do this for such a long time, I just haven't had the opportunity to come out and kind of tell you a little bit about what I'm doing with the newest Jib Crane. As you can see, a little bit different. I've actually gone away from the tripod and actually have gone to a dolly cart. Now this is the second version, and if you look at it really close, you're going to see that it is actually a dolly that you would pick up at Lowe's for like 80 bucks. Now my wife has some criteria on all the things that I do, is that it has to be able to be broken down, and if it was already to be used for something else, it has to go back to that use too. And that's the same with this. What I actually did was take some 3/4 inch wood and put it up on top of the base, took some U-bolts, put it down so that it wasn't damaging in case we ever wanted to revert back to it, in which we do. Then I actually put on some wheels on the back. It does still have the roller wheels, but those are taken off and it allows it to go in a straight line. The other thing that you'll see is this shaft here. This is actually from a bench grinder. And I went out and did a show and actually used the jib for 2 days with a couple different things. One was just this post here, and it was attached not with these turnbuckles at that point, it was just by one bolt at the end. Pretty dangerous. The second part is, on the very first one, if you look back at the jib shots, I had this piece right here, which was on one of those Lazy Susan pieces with 2 pieces of steel sandwiched together. The first piece that I did with this recital, so imagine no turnbuckles and then only one of these flanges with a bearing in it. And one of the things that I didn't realize is that when you seat a bearing into a flange, it still, if given enough weight, can spin back and forth. So I did the show, everything went fine, but what I ended up doing was I put 2 flanges together, and then I just have a 3/4 inch bolt that runs down up in between the 2. You'll see that there's kind of these outriggers that are here. These are actually just the ends of U-bolts, that flange that runs across, or that piece of metal that runs across, and I just bent them around so that it houses that really easy. I don't have all the wires put together on this because I wanted to try to make it as clean as possible. I am going to put on another 4 feet extension, and I think I will have to at that point put some stabilizers to keep it from swaying left and right and up and down. And the other thing that I've already purchased is a VariZoom unit that will focus and also zoom in and out of my Canon XL1. I do have one of the cheaper models that's out there. I think you can buy them for like $69 or $59. And what I was finding is that for some reason my camera would just shut off in the middle of production, and I didn't want that to happen again. I was able to find a VariZoom piece on eBay that was fairly inexpensive. So this is the rig so far. I am going to end up, because I do feel like there's still some stability issues being this high up off the ground. What I'm going to do is probably do away with the dolly, and I can use that to bring my equipment in and out. But I think I'll end up building a dolly and using the same platform and everything else, just having a permanent structure that I could use. On this other side, I'll kind of move this around here real quick. Just a regular LCD DVD player, and that gets hooked up, and you see what's in the unit. But it's really been a good piece, and what I'm going to end up doing here fairly soon is buy an undersling pan and tilt. And I think that undersling pan and tilt will be a lot better if I have another 4 feet on it. But this is the unit.
The one thing you really have to watch out for, although this has been a project that's been built over a number of about a year and a half, I'm finding that as I progress, I get more and more money into it, and the thing that you really start wondering is, could I have purchased one a lot cheaper? I don't know. The thing, I probably have maybe $200 or $300 in it. You've got to take out the $80 for the cart, because that will actually escalate the value a little bit more. But all in all, it's working really well, and for a hobbyist, it works great. If you have any questions, just send me a comment or send me an email, and I'll be glad to give you some more information about the tool.